Hello, fellow technology enthusiasts. Today we're going to talk about Google Slides. For most of my life, I've used Microsoft PowerPoint. I became familiar with it at a young age, and because of that, I was hesitant to try another slideshow presentation application. But for a course project, I was asked to pick a Google app that I was unfamiliar with, become familiar with, and then explain how to use it, which will be fairly easy because from my experience, the app is very intuitive, very user friendly. I'm going to start by showing some of the similarities in Google Slides to Microsoft PowerPoint that you may be familiar with. But even if you're not familiar with PowerPoint, don't worry. We're going to explain how to use this as an entry-level course. Okay, so now we are here with a blank slide. We're going to use a blank slide for the purpose of this exercise, just so we can make sure we know how to do each step manually. The templates, which you'll see over here on the right side of the screen, are very helpful. But once we learn how to do these things on our own, we can do more with a template. If we find something we don't like about it, we have no problem changing it. So we're going to start with our blank slide. I like to choose a background color for myself. Most of the things you'll need right away are up on this easy access or quick access bar. I'm going to change mine to black. You have the option to choose an image to do a full picture for the background. For this purpose, I'm not going to do that today. Now that we have our background, we want to insert a title. So if you are familiar with PowerPoint, it's word art. The same feature is available here in Google Slide. If you're not familiar with it, this is it's kind of a fun way to do a title, but I don't prefer it. I don't find it extremely professional. If we wanted to go with just a standard font for a title, then we will add our own text box. We do this, clicking, holding in, dragging to size, and then we simply type in our title. So with a title and a text box in place, let's consider adding an image. We go to insert. For many of the things we're going to insert into our slide, we'll go to insert. Self-explanatory. Here we will drag over. We have options of how we want to acquire this image. I have a couple from previous projects, so we will just use one. Again, the grid lines show up so that we can find a good balance within our slides. And we have the option to resize. Now, I'm not going to be real artistic with the slide as it's just for the purpose of showing how to add things. You can do that. You'll have plenty of hours of fun with this once you start to try and practice it out. I am going to show you how to add in some animations, transitions, things like that. So we go to the slide. If you click anywhere in the open slide, that gets you to your main task options. So here for the entire slide, we can choose a transition. If you're not familiar with what these do, if the title is not scripted enough, you can, of course, try it out. Press play. From there, we can add animations to each of the objects, which will occur when we click once the slide pops up. So let's try this. Flips in. Where's our WKU? Well, we add an animation to it, so when we click, it flies in from the top. One of the best features I've found on this application, once you've created a slide or while you're working on a slide, is the ability to work with teams. You can allow others to access on-screen pointers. So the pointer that I'm using now will have a designated color. The other team members will have a designated color for their pointer, and we can all collaborate, leave comments, and feedback on each slide that we're working on in live time. There will be a chat window on the side for comments. Let me move myself out of the way here. And I've set up a call previously. I cannot show this. I can't be on a call while recording myself on this camera. I only have access to one camera with this computer. So when you're sharing a live project with someone, your screen will look like this. You'll want to allow access to anyone with the link, and you'll want to drop down and allow them to edit. I asked this person to send me a request to be an editor. I allowed access. So here I'll see the people who can contribute to the slide down here in the corner. I'll see my screen. My video will share with them so we can discuss and communicate while working on a slide. If they choose to share video and or microphone, they can do the same. You can drop down this. If you see where my pointer is now, you can use this to allow for other pointers and to show up in live time while you're working on the slide. It shows here who's following. Great tool to collaborate. Now, this day and age, we really should take advantage of the connectivity of internet. And I think if we're not doing this working on projects, we're wasting the valuable technology. So overall, I think I may actually be making the transition to Google Slides and away from PowerPoint. I think this is a great software application, and I think we should all learn how to use it.